need some type of subscription like Identity IQ, so that way if something does pop up on your credit, you know, instead of walking into a bank thinking your credit good, you know, and they like, look, you got like 4 different things going on.
Yeah, it's a no.
It's a no. You gotta come back. So we just gotta instill that confidence in ourselves.
Yeah, it's like reprioritizing, because like I remember at one point, I went through my subscriptions because Serena told me I need to cancel all my subscriptions. My friend Serena, she's like, you have so many subscriptions. So I went through all of them, and I had like over $150 a month in subscriptions.
Oh wow.
Netflix, Amazon, Star, all this stuff that I probably wasn't even using. Yeah. I had like 10 people on my Netflix.
I had the same issue.
You know, so I went through and canceled them all. I had people calling me like, what's going on with Hulu? I'm like, you were on my Hulu? Like, what? So I say that That's to crazy. Say that if I could have $150 in subscriptions to God knows what, then like, you know, $30, $15 is not bad to know what's going on with my credit.
At all times.
Yeah. What about Credit Karma? Is that enough?
It's not enough, but it's okay.
Yeah.
So it's a notion that goes around like, oh, Credit Karma is bad. It's not bad. It's just not it's just, you shouldn't rely on Credit Karma.
Yeah.
You know? So Credit Karma gives you the most updates out of any platform.
Okay.
Okay, so Credit Karma gives you an update every 3 to 7 days, which is phenomenal. But ideally, it can also be inaccurate. You know, so it could tell you certain things that could be already removed from your report, or that is on your report that you thought was removed. So vice versa. So that's why, picking back on that, you should always have another platform like Identity IQ that's completely 100% accurate. So that way you can full scope, and then on top of that, Credit Karma only mentions only 2 bureaus, which is TransUnion and Equifax. So you're missing Experian. So every bureau doesn't always have the same information that they're reporting. So you might have a credit card that's being reported on TransUnion, but it's not being reported on Equifax or Experian. And the same thing can happen with negative information. It can be reported on one bureau like Experian, but not on the other 2. So on Credit Karma, you thinking, yeah, I got 750, but then your Experian jacked up. It's sitting in the 5s, and you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
can they really be that different?
Yes.
I always think, because I don't know, like your scores just have like a different of like maybe like 20, 30 points between the 3, but that's not true.
That's healthy, like 15, 20 points difference. That's healthy, but if you got a 700 here, you got a 5 here, 6, that's a red flag.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So your score shouldn't be too far apart, 50 to 100 points apart. But if you're in the process of getting it restored, that's understandable. Okay. But you just can't leave it like that.
Okay. So what's the restoration process like? How long does this take?
So that's a good question. So there's no real time frame, you know, when restoring your credit, working on your credit, because again, credit is a fickle process.
Yeah.
Even if you're in the 700s, 800s, one day you could wake up, 40 points drop.
Yeah.
You know, I have a client, he's a multi-millionaire, and he calls me all the time about his credit. His credit was in the 820s. He woke up 760. Darius, what's going on?
Right.
What's going on? And it could be a simple thing as far as his credit card. He just used too much of his credit card, which that's actually
too high.
Exactly, in which that actually was the case. So I pulled his report, told him. He was like, "Oh yeah, my wife did,
swipe for that,
you know," and it ran it up. So he was like, "Oh, okay, I was sweating a little bit," but that's the goes to show you that when you're not aware of certain things, you can freak out.
Yeah.
And overreact when it's a simple issue as far as, oh, I just used my credit cards too much.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But it's a matter of knowing.
Exactly.
Knowing.
Exactly.
Man, credit has intimidated me. Because I come from a background where people don't care about credit. It's cash. It's what you got now, what you can spend now, what you can put in your name, like whatever. And so like just that misinformation, that misconception of how powerful credit is. Credit is king.
Oh yeah.
Credit is king. Credit can change your life.
Yeah.
Like
you
if you don't have it, you can what you have in credit can make up for it.
Exactly. You can use your credit and pretty much flip any process or any business idea that you might want to have, even if you don't have the money. So you can get your credit up. You got a plan that may be costing 20, or you got an investment that you're interested with, especially with new cryptocurrency opportunities and things like that going on. You're like, damn, I need 10K.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're sitting on a 750 score and you're showing debt creditors that you know how to manage debt, you can walk into a bank and pretty much walk out with 40 grand.
Yeah.
Or 50 grand, whatever the case may be.
And leverage that.
And leverage that and start making investments. So now you have your credit work for you.
Yes.
You know, so, and then piggyback on what you were saying as far as the process, the time frame does not matter. That's why I just want everybody to know the time frame is, don't let people be like, oh, I can get this done in 6 months or 2 months. It's a lie, all right? Yeah. I'm telling y'all now, they tell y'all they can get stuff done in a certain time frame. It's a lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know how the process goes. The bureau, you can't determine what the bureaus are going to decide on the end when you dispute. You can just always hope for the best. You can send out the best dispute letters and have the best agents on the other side that can help you out. But again, you just don't know what happened. Like, we didn't know COVID would happen.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So we just don't know how things could shift. Like, I used to get people done in like 2 weeks. You know, I used to get people done in a month. But now since COVID has happened, it kind of like slowed everything down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing that I'm able to still help people get them to where they need to be, but it might take a little bit longer than,
Yeah, so you can't say 90 days, I got you.
No, I can tell you 45 days, you're going to see something.
Okay.
Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I can't tell you like when you'll be done.
But that's realistic. I want to know the truth. Don't sell me a dream. Tell me.
Be transparent.
Be transparent. That scares me though. Anything like that, like 90 days, 60 days, 30 days, 2 weeks, that kind of scares me.
I'm straightforward because people are crazy.
Especially about their credit.
What? Yeah, about their credit and their money. I get it. You work hard for something, and a lot of people unfortunately get scammed in this industry. It's crazy how many calls I get. And like, I had a client before, the married couple. They was impatient, telling them like, yo, it's a process, but they seen results from me.
Okay.
They seen things I've proven to them. I'm able to remove certain accounts, but again, people are impatient. People hear other people, oh, you work, I would have been got that done, and it instills this doubtful mindset.
Yeah.
Like, oh, did I sign up with the wrong person?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I would have did, he done.
Yeah.
He got this, and it's like it's a comparison going on. They always comparing each other, and it's crazy because everyone's issues are different. You know, so they ended up saying certain things for me. A whole year out, I haven't heard from them. You know, they canceled their services with me. Unfortunately, they went to like 4 different people, spent $2,000 here, $5,000 there. So a total of, they told me like what, 10,000? Nothing.
Nothing happened.
Nothing. So now they're back with me.
Right.
I gotta get paid. I'm sorry.
Like, so I'm
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. Like,
shouldn't have left
you feel me? Like, I appreciate you coming back. You feel me? But this is like, it's a learning lesson.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you gotta be patient. You can't just jump out there because certain people say certain things when you gotta understand the process.
Yeah.
You gotta understand certain things that's going on in the back. And, you know, that's just what happens.
See, so do you remember the moment when things shifted for you? Like when you realized, like, I can do more than what I'm doing?
Yeah, of course. So basically, well, what do you mean? As far as like before I got into entrepreneurship or now?
Before. No,
okay, before. So yeah, ideally working for James, you know, I already set that in my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in my mind, I'm like, ain't no way I'm about to stay the same being around him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna push me to become a better person. And I know he gonna do the same. You know, he's hard like that. Like, you know, like if he see you slacking or you not well dressed or just the even the little things, he going drill. You know, and I really appreciate James for that. You know, and I love him for that forever. So from that point, learning from him, I always knew, you know, this was going to shift my life. And then once I started getting clients officially, and he was helping me with that, you know, because at first it was like I had to, you know, cut him on a certain profit. Yeah. But then he kind of like was like, yo, look, you gotta get you a car, you gotta get some money in your pocket, whatever the case may be. We gotta get this joint off the ground. So he was just telling me, because I didn't want to come in there and kind of give him a proposal of what, you know, how I could help people with the credit. I was learning from him. I was utilizing his equipment, you know, to get certain things done. So I appreciate him saying, like, you know, let's go ahead and cut people down from $500 trying to charge somebody that, and I don't really have any experience, to let's get people in here for 100. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when I went from 5 advertising to 100, I had got like 50 people my first week.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it overwhelming? Like, how was it?
It was so crazy. Like, I was just like, yo, I couldn't believe the amount of money I had, the amount of responses that I was getting back. And then on top of that, it's just like within a week, like everything kind of like, I don't know, just that shifted.
That
you know what I'm
shifted,
saying?
yeah,
Like that shifted. You feel me? So I was like, yo, I got like 5 bands. And it was crazy. He was like, all right, we're gonna put the 2, because I was gonna give him half. He said I can keep it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, keep it. Like, this dude crazy. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. So that's when I got my first BMW. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I went from walking to getting a Impala, because I ain't had no credit. So, and that's another thing. You can't just jump out the gate and get the Benz. Like, everybody want the Benz. Like, they see my Benz now, like, yo, I want the Benz. Like, yo, but you got a 550. Like, you gotta chill. Like, you never even had $100,000 car before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I had started with the Impala.
Yes.
The 2008 Impala.
Shout out to the Impala.
LS. Not even the cheap one. You feel me? That was like, what, 15 bands, 13,000? So I had that for, what, a year? And then I went and got the BMW.
Okay.
And he helped me with that situation. So, man, it was just a blessing.
It's
just like, that was the shift. I was like, yo, my life is going up.
It's up from here.
It's going up. So from there, just grind it, and then clientele just kept progressing.
Mentorship is so important. Like, I wanted that for so long. I've never had a direct mentor, so I had to like find mentors who don't really know me, like online, but I still use their mentorship. But that can really shift you, like,
when it's the right mentor.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody ain't good for you. You know, I had people that, you know, oh, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? They get help, and you gotta be worried that you gotta understand, and you can't doubt yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was still in the mindset of not understanding my value. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of people's problem, and that was my issue being a new entrepreneur. I was still looking at myself as if, you know, I was like not really making, you know, money like I am now, or being of value to other people. I was looking at myself as like still that kid, you know what I'm saying? Trying to grow and make it.
Not realizing
I got it, and these people trying to prey on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And take advantage of certain situations that I got to benefit their own life. You know what I'm saying? So that's a gem for you, everybody watching right now. Like, don't doubt yourself, value yourself, especially in believing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you helping other people and you instilling value in their life, that's going to come tenfold back to you. So, you know. Yeah,
it's kind of hard to see though. Like, when you start off, like you said, like your own value to realize, because you don't see it fully manifested yet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, so you today and you 10 years ago,
not the
you know
same.
what I mean? It's not the same man. And then, so like, how do you even? I guess you just gotta know.
You gotta know, because and other people are kind of going to like show you in a way too, because it's like, I'm a humble guy. You know what I'm saying? So
you are
humble people in a sense. They in a hustler, they just gonna keep working,
yes.
working.
Head down, working.
Yes. And it's like you achieving these accomplishments,
you don't even
realize it. Like, you going up. You know what I'm saying? So instead of people like, yo, looking good, or you start getting these different type of compliments and these different type of acknowledgments that you never, you know, had before. You got before. You know what I'm saying? So certain things you gotta kind of look at and be aware. You can't be oblivious to certain things, especially if you got a goal that you're trying to accomplish. You know, because that could set you back. I got set back a couple of times because I'm now looking and, you know, partnering up with the wrong people. I got scammed up to like 50,000. I lost 50,000 messing with different people.
Yeah.
Not knowing my own value and that I could do certain things myself. You know what I'm saying? And trying to take the shortcut route. You know what I'm saying?
Go this way and that way.
Yeah, I mean, you know, bosses want to take losses.
You gotta take a little loss.
It's what you do after that. You know, I could have crawled back and like, 50,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have crawled back.
50,000 hurt,
you know?
though.
Yeah, but you know, you gotta keep moving.
You do. That says more about you though. Like, you take that loss. It's not the loss you take. It's how you bounce back. That bounce back. Ooh.
Yeah.
Because when I come back, I'm coming, ugh.
Yeah, and you learn from it. You know?
You do. It teaches you. Like, that's what Demetrius was saying when we sat down and talked. It's like, the failure makes you, like, you can't be afraid to fail. Like he was saying, like, I'm not like a combination of my successes, I'm a combination of my failures.
Yeah.
And that like spoke volumes, like, because you will fail, you will maybe possibly link up with the wrong person,
Yeah.
you will lose money, you might go the wrong way, but it's like getting in front of the choice, like making the choice, still taking the action, and then recovering.
Yeah.
Yeah.